Brought to you by Rewind Esports. If you are local or visiting the Broken Arrow, Oklahoma area, I highly recommend visiting Rewind Esports. They have top-of-the-line PCs and consoles lined up for you, your family, and your friends to enjoy, as well as an amazing atmosphere, very friendly and helpful staff, and good food and drink for a fair price. To learn more about Rewind Esports, click the link in the description below.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley parable, right? The story? Is any of this...
The line is trademarked. Oh no.
No, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us?
The line is trademarked. I love that.
After everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart. You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Where?
What? Oh.
Oh.
Oh, new door. Let's go.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever
A
it
horror
might be,
story.
Stanley,
No,
I'm
Knights and
ready
Dragons.
for it.
Forget horror. I don't want it.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley,
Uh-oh.
I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
But I like the line.
No, it's going into the ceiling. It's out of control, I tell you. It's out of control. Put a leash on that line.
You're out of order.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere.
I'm gonna
which
go the
means that
opposite way.
somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse
What a rebel.
door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
I agree. Oh.
Oh,
Confusion ending.
Deviate from
The
maintenance room.
confusion
First
ending.
restart. Discover
You're
the two
telling
doors
me
room that has.
That's what this is. It's all one
Oh my
giant
God.
ending. And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes?
Narrator
all
forgets.
Determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me?
Store get.
Why don't I
Yeah.
get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know?
This
Will
is so
someone come
crazy.
first? Will something
This is a
happen?
very confusion ending.
So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
Ah, Jesus!
Oh my God, what was that?
I don't know. It scared me. I hate it. Stop jump scaring me, game.
Wait,
The scariest
Stanley
game on
thought to
Steam.
himself. Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in? How is that possible? They never stopped. Surely I was mistaken.
I've never heard him say that.
I never either. This is new.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his
No
boss's
expectation
office,
of promotion?
hoping he might find
Yeah,
an
this
answer
is
there.
all. I've seen all this.
Wait, turn around?
Coming to a staircase, Stanley
No!
walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I haven't gone downstairs.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Horror game. Paper? Paper. Oh,
But Stanley just couldn't do it.
That's
He
a
considered the
weird parking
possibility of
spot.
facing his boss.
How do you
Admitting he'd
get
left
that
his
car
place
in there?
during work hours,
I don't know.
He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense.
Stop!
As Stanley pondered this,
Oh, no.
he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Those automatically
No!
wherever he went. And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm
Crazy.
dreaming!
Oh.
He yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't
Wait, get their
actually
license
gone.
plate. Let's dock
He
them.
wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all.
Look up this car.
He thought to
Look it
himself,
up.
I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid.
I would love to push
So,
buttons. Are you
he
kidding me?
imagined himself flying and
Push
began
my
to
buttons
gently
all the
float
time.
above the ground. Then he imagined
Whoa.
himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun,
Whoa.
and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he been
Dude,
looking so
Star
lucid?
Wars.
And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he
scratched
doesn't
my
have
back.
to take responsibility for himself?
Wait,
Stanley
that's new.
is as
I
awake
haven't
right
seen
now
that coffee
as
cup.
he's ever been in
Yeah.
his life. Now hearing the
maybe we
voice
have
speak these
wisdom.
words was quite a shock to Stanley.
Nope, it's
After
still
all,
there.
he knew for certain, beyond a doubt,
Okay,
that
what
Do I
this
is
just,
it?
was in
do,
fact
do,
a
I,
dream.
do I just keep
Did the
going?
voice not see him float and make the
I
magical
guess.
stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He
Wake up.
felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin,
Joe
the
Biden.
press of the mattress on
Joe
his back,
Biden,
Wake
wake
up.
up.
the fresh air of the world outside. this
Wake up,
one.
Joe Biden.
Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this
Yes.
dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job.
I don't have a
All
wife.
I want is my life exactly
Your
the way
mannequin
it's always
wife.
been.
Who terrifies you?
My life is normal.
Yeah, I know.
I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Huh? No!
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone.
Oh my
wake me
God.
up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I
This
am
is
real.
so
I must be
creepy.
real. I must be. Can anyone hear
I
my
don't
voice?
like it.
Who am I? Who am I?
Ah!
Everything went black.
Oh.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
What?
Let's go.
Mariella
New woman.
woke up on a day like any other. She rose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and
What?
walked to the place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would
What?
soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't.
This is so
It was
weird.
comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Yeah, you find a body on the sidewalk, you stare at it for a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, instead of freaking out.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
New content.
Just when I thought it was over. What the heck, man?
Yeah.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
Ah!
Into
I
darkness.
don't like the darkness, man. Stop.
I'm just gonna say it, dude. This is a weird office.
Yeah, I know. It's got so much.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After
Yeah.
receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable
Game
Ultra
Factory.
Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
Bro.
Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Yeah.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Let's go.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Yeah.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere? Oh, there we go. All right,
Yeah.
finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
Yeah. Let's go. Yeah.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if oh, okay. Let's see the content.
Oh,
Give me the
content time. Let's
Stanley.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right. All right, let's see. The jump circle?
We can.
Oh.
Oh my God! We haven't been able to jump this whole time. Yeah! Yeah! Woo!
Yeah!
Woo!
Let's go.
Oh, can I jump when I walk out? No!
No, it's the jump circle. Come on. Go.
Wee, wee. Yeah, these are the best,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
All right, these are the last 10. I'm gonna savor these. Oh, yeah. Yes. 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 Yes.
No!
No!
You're so good.
I wanted.
How could you?
I was a fool.
How dare you?
That was awesome.
I'll buy this game.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
Oh, I'm sure there's more.
Elevator?
Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators
We just got
and
a
jumping.
jumping.
Is this what passes for exciting new content?
Jumping's
If this is
awesome.
new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh wait, there's more. Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
I knew there had
Yeah.
to be something else. Let's see.
Just
it.
takes you back to
I'm
the.
ready for whatever it is.
What is it? What?
It? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the
That's a
level
Kingdom
of
Hearts,
craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm
franchise
looking
now.
right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What
No.
quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm
Oh, I'm
infuriated
sure
and
it
I'm
actually
offended,
has
and
it, yeah.
I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too
Yeah.
much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could
You
never
all-
have lived up to such
Paycheck and voice
expectations.
acts, dude.
If you're still
I
with
know,
me,
dude.
Your fault.
why don't we just reset the game and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time
I like
together
frills.
like always. What do you say, friend?
What happens now? What?
Oh!
What? Oh, come on, man. I gotta go to bed. What?
Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
Oh god.
Oh! Ah, decisions! So many decisions, man.
So many choices.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking
Yeah.
about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away
Whoa.
here where the game developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
Elden Ring.
Wow.
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all
Triangle.
my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley
is-
Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013
Back.
when the
Why
game
do you say
originally
back weird?
launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh,
The
way
original
Boston.
one. Wow, look at that.
Why is there Russian?
I don't know. I just not
Did you read
realized.
Don't forget.
I bet the PewDiePie played it. I wonder if they'll show his video. The British Academy of Film and Television Arts. It says The Last of Us. They taped over it with the Stanley Parable.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's awesome.
Whoa. Is that Firefox? Oh my god.
Oh, it is on Firefox.
Who took that picture? Oh. Demonstration. Because it happened. Don't be sad because it's over. Be sad because it happened. Oh my god, it's impossible to get this achievement. They were nominated? Dang.
Yes, so.
Oh, that just happened.
And over here is where I keep
Oh my
reviews
God.
of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Stern writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was Golden, and now it's nothing.
It was Persona 3.
It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Wait, an hour? Let's go.